like a boss.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So today we're going to be answering a question from one of my clients. It's the way that this works is that she purchased an email coaching session, and it's the cheapest one I have, which enables her to ask me a question at a lower price and enables me to post it online for the entertainment of you guys and for the information. Now, this one, we're not going to be roasting this lady. No, we're not going to be roasting her today because this question is serious. Usually, the questions that people ask me are questions that are obvious, but this one is different. Okay, so I want to answer this with all the seriousness that I could, and let's see what let's see what could happen from this. Okay, let's begin this. Let's make sure everything's well. Okay, good. All right. So, where are we? Okay, here we go. And it goes. Hello, Alex. Thanks for taking the time to answer my question. I am an undiagnosed narcissist. All right, first of all, the fact that you understand that you're a narcissist. Actually, a lot of narcissists know they're narcissists, so it's whatever. I've been altering my communication to make people think that I care, using my words and facial expressions to mimic how a caring person should act. But deep inside, I feel literally nothing for the person, for what the person feels. It's literally impossible. The thing is, I want to fit in, but how can I do it? In a way, I feel punished for being a narcissist, even though I didn't choose this. Should I even date guys or just feel alone for the rest of my life? Goddamn, girl, don't be so goddamn negative. Look, man, the fact that you're thinking about this, to me, says that your mind is opening up, right? Maybe something happened. Maybe somebody told you something that made you see this. But the fact that you're aware of this it's incredible, to be honest with you. It really is. Do you have any books that you recommend? Okay, all right. So she's essentially saying, how can I not be a narcissist, right? And what's funny is that we talked about this in one of the previous videos, and some people said that there are some narcissists who do change, some of them, but it's rare though. You know what I'm saying? So look, man, I am not an expert in narcissism, nor do I act like I am, right? But I do know a few things about narcissism, and the things about narcissism is that deep down, narcissistic people cannot deal with anxiety. They cannot deal with disappointment because they have nothing that they have no self-image to build them up. When look, your self-image is built in your childhood, right? This self-image is built upon parents who give you positive reinforcement. This self-image is almost like a thermostat. When your self-esteem goes down, your self-image activates and lifts up your self-esteem. So it's kind of like some thermostats are 60%, 70%. But the point is, when your self-esteem goes down, that thermostat kicks in, reminds you of some success, reminds you of why you're worthy, and lifts you up. The thing is that this is developed in childhood. Narcissistic people never develop this, either because their parents are narcissists, their parents abuse them, or just genetically. The point is that when things go down, you have nothing to build you up. So what do? You use people to build you up. So you begin to develop a pattern of looking at people as though they're objects, self-objects, almost like the extension of your hand. And you don't see them as people, you see them as objects. And you want to know one of the biggest reasons why people disconnect from other people? The denial of death. Death denial. The reason why you don't see people for who they truly are is because deep down you're not accepting your own mortality. You're not looking at the fact that every single person around you will die. I don't know how you dealt with death in your life. I don't know how you dealt with people who died in your life, but death will bring empathy. And the thing that narcissistic people lack is empathy for themselves and other people. But as soon as you get in touch with death, as soon as you understand that death is near, and you begin to meditate on death and everyone around you, a deep sense of empathy will arise. Now, let me tell you how to do this, right? And again, I'm not an expert. These are things that worked for me, okay? Now, I truly believe that if you get in touch with this, I don't see why you can't feel any empathy for people, because death is near to you. Maybe you haven't accepted it, all right? Let's talk about this. And you know what? I'm gonna read to you my notes. Because I really believe this will help you out. And it says, and this is from reading Robert Greene's book, The Laws of Human Nature, based on his last chapter called Death Denial. Truly powerful. Death is a subject avoided by humans. This causes people to sense limitless time, and as a result, they have no sense of urgency. Confronting and accepting death opens our minds to reality. We have a better sense of proportion for what matters in life. Rather than, in other words, when I say you have a better sense of proportion, is that things that matter automatically matter. Things that don't matter disappear. When death is in front of you, you see everything that matters. And when you learn to have death in your mind all the time, what matters is connecting with people. That's what matters to your body, like your body. You know how your body likes to eat, shit, and all that sort of stuff? Also, your body, at the same level, likes to connect with people. Rather than separating yourself from others, which is what narcissism does, we unite ourselves in our common mortality, bringing us closer to each other and the present moment, and thus intensifying our experience. The denial of death takes us out of it. Think about it. When you deny death, well, you're essentially saying, I am superior to everyone around me. Think about the narcissistic leaders. Narcissistic leaders are people who try to be immortal, right? And and that's what grandiosity is. I want to live forever. They're trying to deny death and trying to find a way to mentally fuck themselves into thinking that they're immortal. And as a result, they see other people as peasants and themselves as gods. But as soon as death comes, as soon as that person gets an illness, as soon as that person, like a plague comes, all of a sudden, there's no person saying you're better or you're worse. No, that plague evens everyone out. Everyone gets connected. Let's keep reading. This avoidance to think of death establishes a pattern that branches out to every aspect of life. Always looking for distractions, never seeing reality or taking responsibility. Always fear of the unknown and being unable to okay, let me keep reading. The funny thing is that what makes us unique, rational thought, is what makes us weak in death. The thought of death can't be separated. You cannot separate pain from the thought of death. You can't see past that. It becomes something we don't want to think about because we see it very myopically. Our ancestors created the world of spirits to combat this fear, and it made it even appealing. It makes death easier to handle. But we humans don't believe nowadays. We don't believe in spirits, so we have nothing that allows us to process death in a healthy way. Usually, the way we process death is through distractions, right? Okay, let's keep reading. All right. Today we are more rational, so we are left with the anxieties of death, but not knowing how to deal with it. We are not adapted to deal with it. It would take us many generations, so we opt to suppressing it. The society we live in can't handle that aspect. We have no rational explanation, just uncertainty. Humans do not like that. All right? Don't read stories of people dying early with distance. Realize it is you as well. When you see people dying, when you see old people walking down the street, don't dismiss them. Notice, visualize yourself becoming them. Visualize them being young and getting older. Visualize them dying. You have to visualize that. That will break your narcissism. You will begin to have empathy for those people. It's unless you're fucking cold as hell, where you don't feel that, then you want to try a little harder. I would suggest taking shrooms. I'm not kidding with you. I am not kidding with you. I would suggest taking shrooms, right? Magic mushrooms, if you can't feel that, because you have to feel that. You have to. All right, let's keep reading. Confronting death causes us to think differently and taking experience deeper. It's the paradox of death. Moments of death makes us feel alive. And it also has the opposite. Denying death makes you feel dead inside, right? We've been suppressing death since childhood, and anything that says impermanence triggers that fear again. To deal with this, we narrow our focus on specific things to numb the pain. This predictability gives you some control. This is how we become self-absorbed. Look, man, it's a deep subject, but if you struggle with narcissism, I would highly recommend the book The Laws of Human Nature by Robert Greene. That will open your eyes to a lot of things. I'm not even kidding with you. Particularly the last chapter on death denial. Check that out. Outside of that, I would recommend people on the comments below to recommend books on how to overcome narcissism. Okay, just for the lady to read it herself. And also, lady, I would recommend you read The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. The power of now. Or if you want a shorter version, practicing the power of now, right? Honestly, if you just listen to the audiobook, you know what I'm talking about. Just go to Google and go to YouTube and put practicing the power of now audiobook or the power of now audiobook and listen to it. And trust me, you'll love it. All right. Anyways, that's my answer to you. I hope I was able to answer your question, and you have a great day. Bye-bye. Oh, forgot to answer another part of our question, right? In terms of dating guys, look, man, you are who you are right now, right? And it is what it is. The truth is that it's not recommended to date narcissist. It's not recommended, and you know why, all right? You're going to have to work on yourself. It's just what it is, man. You're going to have to work on yourself. It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard, man. But you're going to have to work on yourself. You can't, I just don't recommend dudes to date narcissists, you know? So, you're going to have to fix that, because if you don't fix that, most of your relationships are going to be toxic. It's just they're going to be toxic. So there's no other way around that. Fix that. You know, begin to develop more empathy. Start going to yoga classes. Start going to meditation classes. Start doing those two things. Just go to yoga and go to meditation class. Okay? Just start doing that. There's nothing else you could do. All right? Meditation builds empathy. Meditating on death builds empathy. Outside of that, if you have good intentions, just put it out there in the universe, and let things fall on their own. All right. Hey man, thanks for asking that question, man, and I hope I can help you out, man.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys ever want to learn how to use your feminine energy to influence people, learn how to use your masculine energy to become more assertive, and also learn how to blend both energies to improve your dating life, your spiritual life, honestly, your relationship life, your family life, your career life, this is the course for you. If I had to make a course for my nieces, I have two nieces, one is 19 and one is 15. 16. Holy shit. Oh my God, he's a bad fucking uncle. He's a bad uncle. Get him. Shut up, Melissa. You should get this course, right? And this is the course that I will make for them. So, for example, watch the curriculum, right? In the first week, we're going to be showing you how to establish a strong masculine foundation without letting it hurt your feminine energy. This masculine foundation is a source of who you are, right? It's your bodyguard. Without this, whatever feminine energy you create will be destroyed by the outside, because your masculine is your shield. So we'll talk about goal setting. We'll talk about how to develop a serious attitude. We're going to be talking about how to use more logic, how to use more goal-oriented behavior. It's more how to be a man. Now the next one is how to embrace the feminine energy, right? This one would teach you about how to minimize excessive masculine traits, developing self-awareness, healing abundant feminine energy, regulating your emotion, mastering voice qualities and facial expressions, surrendering control, and allowing pain to be felt. This is honestly, this will supercharge, like Kaioken, your masculine energy. After that, we have femininity in the workplace, and how to be feminine in the workplace without letting people take advantage of you, and the nuances of how women of power should behave versus women who are subordinates in the workplace, and even the dress code. This is based on psychology, people. It's kind of insane. I'm actually excited about this one. The next week, we talk about navigating the labyrinth of male and female friendship, and this a lot of women find confusing, so we talk about that. And how to identify envious friends, how to identify the good friends, how to keep male friends, and how to keep female friends. Week 5, we talk about how to release the burden of the past and stop destroy mental projections. This is actually really powerful. And then week 6, we talk about how to increase your observational power so that you can read people better. And we have a bunch of bonuses. The course starts at $99, and you guys can pre-order the course today at $69 before it goes out. If you're watching this, most likely I'm in the meditation retreat, so most likely I will be praying for all of you guys. And just click on the description down below of the video. Right there, you'll see it, and you can pre-order that course. It's gonna be out by the end of next month or the beginning of February of March. One of the two, people, because I have a 10-day retreat to do, and I want to finish the course after the retreat, because I think the ideas are gonna be so much better. All right, man. I'll see you guys later. Pre-order, man. Oh, I'm closing the channel.